ranking Sega consoles.
Oh,
yeah.
This is my favorite. I love this.
You like the ranking ones?
Yeah,
okay,
I
the
like
ranking
these
ones
a
are.
lot.
At the time of this, for us, we haven't put out the band one yet, but I have a feeling we're gonna get so much hate. I titled it, "Dude, Nirvana sucks," because sadly we ranked Nirvana the worst. I don't know how that happened. I feel horrible about it, but we did. Oh man, that was
a tough one, dude, to go through.
that was a tough one.
Poor Kurt.
Dude.
Oh yeah,
man.
Sorry, Kurt.
Sorry, Kurt.
Rest in peace, brother. Yeah. Ricky, throw out a Sega console. They're all up there if you want to see one. There we go. Anything, bro. Anyone.
I'll start off with the old school. Let's go Master System.
No, I will say I didn't put like 3 of them on here. There was like one weird random console after the Dreamcast that wasn't official. There was like the Sega Pico. And then there was the SG-1000, which really is the first Sega console. But I already knew by your face expression that's what people would be doing. Like,
Yeah, what the heck was that?
So it's better we didn't do it. So let's start with the Sega Master System. And who knows who's going to start first? The guy who probably knows nothing about it. Curtis.
I don't know anything about it,
perfect.
so I would move on.
Yeah. All right, Curtis, go ahead.
I'll have to give this a D.
Oh, you suck.
I never played it.
You
I never
suck.
owned it. It's one console I actually never owned. This is one that I've never had. I played it a bit.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden from Brazil.
I never played Ninja Gaiden.
Play it.
I played Alex Kidd. I played some of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a D.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Right
Cool,
on.
man.
I love it when it stings.
That's stung. Go ahead, Ricky.
I guess it's not really that high for me either, so it's probably like a C for me. I love the games. They were so much better in Genesis. Like when you play Altered Beast,
Yeah.
Riffs. He's
All right, guys.
Dang, you're that high on this, huh?
It's one of my favorite consoles.
Finally,
Is it
some
really?
honesty in this
You know, when you
room.
first came into the shop, I think you were collecting Sega Master
right.
System games
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was years ago.
What's it
now.
like to know that's the last time I'm supporting your store?
Last time you bought anything?
Actually, it's so funny. In my taxes, I had to put a separate tax thing for Retro Games Plus.
Did you really?
Yeah, I swear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's how much
spent a lot.
It was
bro.
it was $5.
No, I think honestly, I think it was like truthfully, I think it was like 4,300.
No, you've always been super supportive.
Thanks.
I appreciate
No,
it.
for me, honestly, it's a B plus A.
Really?
I played it so much. I really like when people talk about their nostalgic past. There's a really soft spot for me in the Master System.
What's the favorite game? Your favorite game on that?
Phantasy Star.
Okay.
The music on it, man. My brother, if he's listening, I know he listens. Actually, it's one of those things. Like I said, I cry over nothing. That song almost makes me cry.
Was that a port of the Phantasy Stars on Sega Genesis, or was it a completely different game?
It was the first Phantasy Star.
Oh, it was the first one.
First Phantasy Star was on there. Fantasy Zone, Rastan, Penguin Land, the built-in Snail Maze, Hang On, Space Harrier, one of my favorite versions of it. So, but with you guys being incorrect, BCD, what does that put us like a C-ish?
C
we'll
plus.
say a high C. Yeah.
What'd you give it, an A?
No, I give it
Solid
like a BA.
Plus A.
B?
So
Oh,
we'll
sorry,
let
yeah.
you guys rock it where you guys said around a C. It's okay to be inaccurate. I'm going to close my eyes and do the thing I do. Okay, I just look to the side and grab where am I at. I'm right here on the Creamcast. The Creamcast. Let's get Curtis try again here.
I think it's A. I really liked it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got. But I liked it when I played it, so I mean,
Hey, man, thanks, Denny. All right, cool, man. See ya. Big gulp, huh?
I just want to hear these guys.
I want to hear Ricky because I know he's a big Dreamcast guy. And that's kind of where a lot of our birthing of friendship came from.
We were rocking the Dreamcast, but for me, Dreamcast, S for sure, because how good the fighting games were. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. You don't get too much. And that's still my favorite controller for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom vs. SNK.
Really?
And yeah, I'm better at that than the arcade.
It is an
Wow.
awesome controller.
I love that controller.
The
for that.
controller is awesome.
That analog stick is so interesting, too.
It's so short.
It's like inverted.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's almost like, reminds me of Curtis somehow. That's all I got. What about you, Chris? Where would you put
I'm
it?
like
Curtis
outbirded more so. Like,
I'd give it an A. The collection of games on it was awesome. I remember when the Dreamcast came out, playing it with one of my best friend when we were younger, and I loved it. I haven't played all the library. I should go back and play it, but I'd give it a solid A.
Okay, A and S. Yeah, I think I'm right there. I think I'm at an A on the Dreamcast. Again, I never owned it, but I lived with Ricky basically, so I played the crap out of it, and I really loved Power Power Stone.
Oh,
a lot.
Power Stone.
All I have to say
awesome.
is, yeah.
Oh, dude, Crazy Taxi, night and day on that thing.
Yeah,
Pull the
man.
crazy taxi, do it, please.
Hey, it's party time. Let's have some fun.
Axel.
Did Power Stone ever come out on anything else?
PSP.
PSP.
But what I also liked about it too is it's one of those consoles, and I really do think there's a lot of validity, maybe it'd be a good topic, about how when you watch someone play games, there is an art to that and an enjoyment level to
Love
that. And I really liked watching Ricky play games like Shenmue, Sword of Berserk. Like I just really enjoyed but not a lot of games. Like I can't watch people play Final Fantasy and stuff I can't.
Yeah.
But I was able to watch that. So what'd you say?
I said A.
A?
S.
A?
A.
Okay, so that's A. That's
A
A
plus.
plus.
Yeah.
That's A plus. That's
Well
fair.
deserved.
I think it deserves to be there.
I'm more than happy with that placement.
Probably like I've only played like 2 Sega systems. So
Ooh, okay.
I'll probably be out of this for a little bit.
Curtis is gonna like this one, the 32X, which Curtis so meanly talked crap on.
I
Okay, we're-
didn't like any of those games on that, but I played it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it's like a
Oh,
bad for B, bro.
okay.
I'll be all right
The
there.
B's good.
I mean, yeah.
I know I was gonna say it's pretty hot.
I don't know. I mean, because like I could just be like, oh yeah, let's just
He's
put it in
still
the
learning.
E.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a B.
B. Wow.
Yeah.
But so let me be clear.
Got a
We did
decent library.
throw on the 32X, the Sega CD, because Sega is not blooming with choices, so we didn't want it to be like 4 choices and move on. So 32X, what you got, Chris?
I did own this as a kid, actually. It was probably the console I played the least.
Oh,
I think I only had like Star Wars
great game.
and one other game, but Doom. I think it was Star Wars and Doom are the 2 that I had.
Okay.
Small library. What is there? 32 games.
I actually played. You know what game I played on there a lot? What's the one with Butterbean? Tough Man Contest.
Tough Man
I played
Contest.
that a lot on that, and I really enjoyed it.
I mean, Calibre I mentioned was a pretty good game. I think it was only on that system. I don't know. D.
D. Ricky.
Dang.
Yeah, it's probably a C.
Okay.
Just because of Doom. Doom's the only thing that made it not go to a D.
I think that was for whatever reason. Wasn't that Doom version you could strafe?
Strafe.
Strafe, right?
Yeah, you could.
And I think in the Super Nintendo one
You can play
couldn't,
Doom on a
I
pregnancy
think.
test at this point. So I can't remember. I can't remember at this point what
I know
Doom
what
does
version.
what.
So many Doom versions out there.
I'm gonna go C plus. I really did enjoy the few games that I had on it, and again, when you play what you had when you were a kid, so I think it was one of those things where like I just played it even though I didn't really love it, but my brain tells me I liked it. So that puts us where?
I was D, C.
Minus.
About a
C
C.
minus.
I like how Turtis talked the most crap.
Turtis.
He talked the most crap on it, but gave it the highest rating.
Man, I haven't heard that since I was a kid, man.
That's the new one. Turtis, are we doing that?
Oh,
Oh no, we just
I tried to
discovered
get
his childhood nickname.
I tried to get away from
He
it. but
never
it's
wanted
all
it to
right.
be out
He's
there.
been hoping that wouldn't come out for years. So where did that put us at a C?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I will say with love, F all of you guys for leaving the Master System where the 32X is.
I think you could
Horrible.
put it slightly below.
Okay, I was gonna say that is.
Drag it down.
I don't
just a
speak
hair.
for these people on this one,
Well,
guys.
it should have been a high C, not a like for the Master System. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
The
go.
other
Let's
one
do
was a
this.
There you go.
C.
Okay, I'm
There
gonna
you go.
pull in a random. Ready? Ooh, oh no, I'm gonna save that one. Oh, too late. I pulled it.
Genocide?
Genocide.
Yeah.
The Mega Drive.
Plural genocide.
Ricky, why don't you head us off with the Genesis?
I'm gonna give it a solid A.
Yeah.
The Sonics, the Contras, the Vector Man.
Ooh,
Oh,
They
Victor.
were really
love
good.
I liked
games.
Road Rash. That was a good one.
And
Road
Sunset-
Rash was awesome.
Yeah. Sunset Riders on there. I loved it. It was a good.
Hyperstone Heist.
Oh man.
Gunstar
my
Heroes.
Gosh, yeah.
Musha.
Mortal
Oh
Kombat.
my god.
The-
Why did they
With
like
blood?
advertise?
With blood. Sega
Yeah.
Genesis was.
Why did they
first one to put
advertise
blood.
Sonic not for resale? Like it was like a thing.
It was packaged in with the
Yeah, because
console.
those are the exactly.
Oh
But it's
my!
everywhere. And it's funny though, because
everywhere.
collectors now, like when they're new collectors, shout out to all the newbies out there. They'll be like, dude, Sonic. And they're like, dude, not for resale. And I'm like, oh, dude, you got to get that.
30 million copies.
Play along with it. Yeah. What about you, Chris?
Solid A. Wasn't as good as Nintendo, in my opinion, but like the game library is incredible.
Yeah, it's
So many good games. I played the heck out of this when I was a kid.
If you would have asked me maybe like 5 years ago, I probably would have given it like a C, honestly. But for the Sega, now in the Sega genre, I'm putting it as top dog as an S. I gotta admit, ever since I got my Genesis Mini modded,
Yeah.
I have just discovered so many games at random. Again, we all knew the hits, the ones we named, the ones we played I could name 50 great games off the bat, but the ones that I've discovered, like just flipping through the library, okay, stop, play this. Discovered so many that were like legitimate. Elysia Dragoon, by the way, fantastic games that just like
Yeah, there's a
blew
lot
my
of good
expectations.
ones. I am not a fan of that controller. I do not.
The 6 button's great.
Yeah,
Six button is good.
I don't
But
like
the
the shape.
three,
eight,
I
think
only had a
either.
3 button when I was a kid, and that was
I don't like-
frustrating
just
as
like
heck playing.
It's a weird
Like Mortal
shape.
Kombat.
Ooh,
Oh
forget
yeah.
that.
What was
With
your
the 3
rating?
button.
I'm gonna say A.
So ASAA.
Yep.
So that's high A. High A. High A.
A.
All right, boys. Someone called the next one. Chris, you called the next one.
What's on there? Is that a Game Gear on there?
Absolutely a Game Gear, one of the crappiest consoles on earth.
forgot
All
I
right,
played
somebody. I guess I'll just start because I said it. I never liked the Game Gear. The window, like the aspect ratio, I don't even know what it is. It's like the tiniest awkward screen. I mean, they're advertising Sonic right there, but like you can't even see a foot in front of you
How many times do you go out to the swap and you find a broken one?
all the time.
Every
Like
single
that
time.
picture on there looks amazing.
That's
but
not real.
It does not look like that in real life. I
like
wish
you're-
it looked like that.
That's a Photoshop.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I want to say I'm not hating on it, but I kind of am hating on it. I'm going a D. I just did not enjoy, and even later life again, going and modding, looking at all the things, I just didn't care about anything that I played. D.
If there was a G tier, I'd give it, but I would say like an F.
Okay, so you're F.
Yeah, because every time I picked them up, they're always broken. And when I did play it, and it was like the screen, you know, like
Yeah.
adjust it, it just wasn't it
Yeah.
for me.
I'm gonna go F as well. I feel
Wow.
like they failed with this one.
Bored that something's going below the Master System.
Yeah, the battery life is horrendous on these two. It took six batteries and it drained it. I don't know, in like 2 hours. It was
But they had
gone.
the Game Gear battery pack that is on your hip. It's like
Yeah.
a big old black thing. Yeah.
The screen sucked. Terrible.
Trash.
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 The Game Gear trash.
Whoa! Dang!
Whoa.
No, that was not planned.
That was totally rehearsed.
That was cool, man. Ricky, where you at?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go as low as you guys, but I'll still go a C because when I first got it, I was excited and I liked
What a
it.
rookie.
Trash. I was kidding.
But once I played it, even like, dude, I love the dumbest games on there.
What is it? What do you got?
I really like Taz, and then I got tired of it after.
So you're giving it a
I'm
courtesy.
It's a courtesy. It's a courtesy because it helped me out through my
I
childhood.
just bought a Game Boy.
Okay. Sadly though, Ricky, I don't think that C's helped much. I think it's locked in like a low D. Like that thing is like barely grazing it. Thank you. I think that's the lowest console we've ever rated right
And
there.
I think that's the range that I got for Genesis.
Down there with Kurt,
Or Sega still.
with Kurt Cobain and
So just do Atari links for you guys.
Let's keep it in the handheld mode. And basically, this is kind of interesting because it's basically, this is the Sega Nomad, audio listeners. Sega Nomad. It's a portable Sega Genesis. So some would think, hey, it's got to be really high because it's Genesis is all the way at the top. What's your thought, Chris?
I didn't own one as a kid. I wish I had, actually.
Okay.
I mean, it's such an awesome concept.
Yeah.
Trying to think, like Nintendo never did that, where you could play a Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
We got the
game.
Superboy later on.
In life, but this was basically, Sega doing that back
Yeah.
then. I didn't even know anybody that had this. I don't think I knew this existed.
Okay.
But yeah, I would put it as probably up there with the Genesis. A.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Ricky Tiki.
I'm gonna give it a C because I'd rather play my Genesis games on the TV.
You tell him, Ricky.
Don't look at me for anything.
Oh, sorry, Turtis.
A C.
That was Turtis right there. I'm gonna go the same with Ricky, C, just because I did think that I would love it more than I did. I think I like the box art and the collectability of it more than I actually like playing on it. But then again, I'm not the biggest handheld guy.
Me neither.
So CCA, so that's mid B. That's low B. That's low B.
B.
That's low B.
Low B.
Don't try to give it a high B, Chris. You close your mouth right there, mister. I'm still salty about, was it you who put the N64 so low?
Oh, man.
Yeah, get out of here, bro.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. All right. Sega CD. Oh, good grief. Anybody want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of like the Sega
What'd you
CD.
like?
I liked Night Trap. I liked Night Trap.
Yeah.
A lot.
Night Trap was
I
awesome.
thought I was going to say the sign you guys gave him.
Nights in a Dreamland. That's
Yeah.
the Sega Saturn, which is coming.
Night Trap, and honestly, probably
Snatcher?
Yeah, Snatcher is awesome
Okay.
too. Snatcher is such a good game. But Night Trap, when I was a kid, I just have so many memories of playing that. It was like, if you've ever played that game, you ever play it?
Yes.
With the scenes with like where they're hanging people and draining blood.
It's
like that was one of the
wild.
goriest games that had ever come out. And for me, that because of that console always has some.
And they say Night Trap, along with Mortal Kombat, is some of the main reasons for ratings on games.
Probably. Night Trap was pretty bad. Yeah, they did some like gruesome stuff in that. Yeah, that was
weird suction things on the girl. Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh boy,
So,
those are like his 2 favorite games. All the ones that started the E ESRB rating. You're sick. Yeah.
Like, bloody games.
Yeah.
But overall, not a great console though.
So what is it?
Oh, I'd probably give it a C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ricky?
A C, but only because Cadillacs versus Dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Cadillacs and
that
Dinosaurs, sorry.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. That's right. There is a couple hitters that I be honest, I'm not super familiar with, but I've seen people talk about, and I'm like, that actually looks really good.
Yeah.
But I didn't put any time into them. So you were a C also, you said?
I was a C. I didn't play it enough.
Okay. Yeah, I think I respect the FMV. I remember seeing full motion video. I remember seeing full motion video commercials for this and being like, whoa, this is real. That's it. Like we're real time graphics, even though sometimes it was like in weird color schemes or black and white. But again, I played some Sherlock Holmes games with Ricky on there.
That one was
I
bad.
think we played like an encyclopedia game.
That was
Where
terrible.
it's like, look up what the letter F means. Like, I'm like,
Yeah, like
I think we made
the
a video on
games
that.
sucked, but I do like with Night Trap. I just remember playing the games to watch
Yeah.
that because it was so new. What was the one where you're like in Jamaica with zombies?
oh,
Does that ring a bell?
Cool Runnings Doom.
Zombie running.
We both made Cool Runnings jokes. Let's go. Let's go.
That was a good Disney
game.
movie.
I forget.
I said Cool Runnings in Hell, and you said Zombies Running. You have an opinion?
No, I
All right,
don't.
I'm going C on it too.
I just like the
look
box.
that up.
The box, the way it looks.
Yeah, that was great, Ricky.
Zombie run.
All right. Ooh, the Sega Saturn. Let's go. I'm going to start.
Yeah,
I
let's do it.
love the Sega Saturn. I think it is a fantastic console. If you even go on YouTube and type in great first person, not first person, how would I say that? Side scrollers, platform, anything on Sega Saturn, there's just all these endless lists of games you didn't know about. I had a fun time on this. I'd say Knights was probably my biggest
Knights
one
was awesome.
that really messed with my head. Is like, wow, look at this 3D turning, even though I knew what Mario 64 could do, but it just felt so like whimsical to me. But I love the Sega Saturn. I'll say for me, I've been watching a lot of GameSack lately, and they always cover this. I'd say it high BA.
Ooh.
Ricky?
I think I'm going to give it
Great fighting games, too.
an A. That's why. Because they had Children of the Atom. They had all the alphas. And they even had... What else did they have? Oh, Darkstalkers.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude.
Great
Yeah.
fighting game.
And not only that, their Japanese library is insane.
That's right. You had a Japanese one.
Yeah, dude. It just has great games overall.
So what was your rating?
A. High A.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Christopher.
I'm going to go pretty high on this one. The library was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it an S. I honestly feel it was better than the Dreamcast.
Ooh! I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you there.
Yeah, like I do feel like it was a superior console to the Dreamcast, and the Dreamcast was amazing. If I had to say which was the best Sega console,
yeah.
I would.
Ricky's
It
a
would either
Dreamcast
be
fanboy, for
Dreamcast
sure.
or Saturn, but I think I'd put Saturn ahead of it, so I'd give it an S.
Do you have anything?
Nope.
So I think it's pretty much. Is it tied with the? We have to make a decision, boys. Dreamcast or Saturn? Which is better?
What did you give it?
It comes down to
A?
yeah.
I gave it an A.
You gave it an A?
Yeah, I think it wins by a notch.
And I gave it an S.
Yeah.
But what did we do for the Dreamcast?
I
I think we did the same because I gave it an S.
I
think
gave it an A.
I gave it an A.
the only way that we're gonna end this segment agreeing is saying the Game Gear sucks.
Yeah.